know how I get these. Anyway, hello and good evening to the wonderful audience. I hope you are having a wonderful evening. I have the wonderful Finn here. Um, it's just me
I
and
have the
Finn.
wonderful Matthew.
Yeah, he says he's got the wonderful Matthew. He's completely nuts, isn't he? Anyway, I don't know whether you're all able to join in, but here comes Paulie and Susie Ashenden. Anyway, we don't really understand how this system works. We have utterly no clue. But my gosh, we've got Doreen and Chris and Lenny and Sue Amos, only me and Heidi Crimmins and Expialidocious. Anyway, you do fly in. I have no idea how this whole thing works. I do apologize for my technical ineptitude. I am worse than the village idiot. So I don't know how we work in this system, but I try to do whatever I can. So I hope that we are able to talk to you in a way that you can communicate with us effectively, because sometimes some of you say, oh, you can't hear me and it's buffering or whatever that means, which I have utterly no bloody clue of whatever that means. I don't understand all of that. And the YouTube people told me your channel works perfectly well. So to the ones of you complaining, I have utterly no idea what the problem is. So I do hope you are able to tune in. But there's lots of you coming in. There's Janice and Bernadette and Chili Kareen and Doreen. We got this, no worries, says Doreen. And anyway, we have Finn here helping us at this end.
Hello,
so Finn is going to
marvelous,
say hello.
You marvelous people. How are you doing? Stay well.
There we go. So we have Finn in the room. Finn is a lovely, dear friend of mine who lives in the locality here in Broadstairs, as you know, and he will be selling some of his postcards soon. So I want you to buy his postcards. Now, he has to hurry up and produce his postcards so you can have them before Christmas. So he needs to print them tomorrow. So I'm going to give him a good telling off right now. Finn, are you going to produce your postcards tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes, go to your printer tomorrow. Can you do that, Finn?
Yes.
And can you get that picture of the magnet?
Yes.
We all would love a picture of the magnet. And he'll sell you 5 cards for £15.
The money doesn't matter.
No, Finn, the money does matter. You have to earn some money. It's about time you earn some money. So I don't know, we'll charge £10, £15, whatever we're going to charge. But we need to have them printed first.
Keeps everyone happy.
No, we need you to print them first.
There's enough for profit if everyone is happy.
Well, I don't know how much profit you make from your card, because we don't know how much it costs you to make the card.
If people are happy.
Oh, Finn, please get the cards printed.
Okay, I will.
It's like dealing with a pair of grumpy old grandpas, isn't it? This is a very different.
We're nice grumpy old grandpas.
Finn thinks we're a nice pair of grumpy old grandpas. I don't think you are. Angie says Finn is cool. Pennine County looks forward to the sketches. Finn is now taking the wine bottle away. Oh dear.
I'm a good drunk grumpy old grandpa.
Paulie says it was 4 for a £5 last week. Well, it was never 4 for £5. No, never. Because these things cost a lot of money to produce, sadly. This is Brexit Britain. And it's very sad that things cost so much to produce. So no way could it cost 4 for £5. I'm very sorry to you, Paulie Galtieri. No. It's not correct that you should try and suggest that 4 for £5. That is not correct. No. We can't sell things for that price. I'm sorry. That is not fair. It's not the fault of Finn. It is the fault of Brexit Britain. But these cards cost a lot of money to produce. So sadly, we're going to have to charge a bit more than that. But anyway, to those of you that would wish to buy some, we will be selling them to you very soon because I'm giving Finn a royal kick up the arse and telling him that it's time he jolly well went out there and got his cards printed. So to those of you that wish to pay a reasonable price, and it is a reasonable price, they will be lovely note cards that you can use, and they won't have Happy Christmas written on them. They're just going to have a blank insert, so you can use them for other occasions. So they're nothing to do with Christmas, so don't worry about them being to do with that. But if you'd like a card that has a picture of the magnet, and maybe in future Finn will do drawings of your homes also, if you may wish to have them. That's another option. That may come at a little bit of an extra cost, but he could draw your home, and then you could have cards with your own home on it. I think that would be a useful thing that Finn could do. You could send in a photograph of your home, and Finn will do a drawing from a photograph. Finn is willing to do this. This is a wonderful opportunity. You may have a home in Florida, or you may have a home in Wyoming, or you may have a home in Ouagadougou or Burkina Faso. So you could have a home anywhere, and he could do a drawing of it. So there we go. Or like our friend who has the cottage in Somerset, maybe she might want a drawing of the cottage in Somerset. So Joe McIntyre would like a drawing of the Cotswolds. There we go. Paulie says it was a joke. Well, fair enough. That's okay. Happiness galore. We like a joke. Right. Doreen says print, go Finn. Right. So Montecute wants to know if Finn can do a drawing of her pet. If you send a drawing of your pet, Finn will do a drawing, and we will charge you a fee for the drawing of your pet, Montecute. Thank you. Finn is capable of doing any kind of drawing, as far as I'm aware. I am now his official agent. So he is capable of doing a drawing of your pet, Montecute, because you're the first person to ask. I think he prefers to draw buildings, but on this one occasion, he could do a drawing of your pet. If you will please send a drawing on email, we will work out a way. Bernadette, does he draw animals? Well, again, pets are animals, so yes, he can do that. Right. Can Finn draw the curtains? Asks Nicole. No, I don't think he has to draw the curtains. No, but thank you for your humour. No, on this occasion, no. Right. Funny Nicole, says Doreen. Well, there we go. Nick asks, can he have a drawing of him propping up the bar at the Magnet? Nick Stewart. Well, no, he wants a drawing of himself propping up the bar. Nick Stewart. So Nick would like a drawing. Okay, well, if Nick wants a drawing of himself at the bar of the Magnet, please send me an email, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Yes, we'll see if we can have a drawing of you at the bar at the Magnet. Finn is capable of doing a drawing of whatever we wish. But we are selective in what commissions we agree to. So, if we don't like the idea of the commission, the answer will be no. Isn't that right, Finn? We have to like the idea. We don't need a calendar, no. Finn is not a calendar artist. He is a talented artist. He does not need to produce a calendar. That is a very unfortunate idea. But thank you, Christina, for your kind suggestion. But we will not be taking you up on your suggestion. That is one that we will be rejecting. Has Finn ever drawn a sword? Have you ever drawn a sword? No. I don't know why he needs to draw a sword. Again, another stupid idea. We don't like that idea. So we say, sorry, thank you, but no. Please bog off with that idea. An absolutely stupid one. Right. All right. All right. Gosh, all these questions. What is my tipple tonight? Presently, I'm having a glass of white wine, but it's running out very fast, so there won't be much of that left. I'll have to soon go on to the whiskey. No, we don't want a drawing of a sword. That is not something that Finn wishes to do. Finn wishes to draw whatever he wishes to draw, and that is within his remit. So, thank you, but no. You want him to draw some curtains? No. That's. Why don't you just go away, whoever you are? You're completely nuts. No. The answer is no. Right. I don't know why someone else is going on about Gary Glitter. That has no relevance to the entire conversation. What about the vodka? Says Bernadette. Bernadette, I've already thanked you for the vodka you kindly sent, but that has nothing to do with this particular conversation. But thank you very much for your vodka yet again. It was very nice of you to send the vodka. But I have already spoken about that repeatedly several times. So, right, here's June. Lovely to see you, Matthew, yesterday. It says June. Hello, lovely June. We love our June, don't we, Finn? June from the Magnet, yes. Yes, June and Mario, lovely couple. Thank you, June. Yes, there's lovely to have sensible people in the room like June. You know, June, we want you in the room. That's how it works. Anyway, June is in the chat, says Harriet. Yes, well, we know June is in the chat, and we also have Finn in the chat. He's sitting next to me. But we love our June. We do not love Michael Barrymore. And Paulie is talking about Rolf Harris and Michael Barrymore. Would I be able to continue telling the story about Maxwell, who were in the Magnet tonight, says Nick. Yes, Nick, it was a great pleasure to meet Nick in the Magnet today. Nick is a lovely local character, and now he's joined in this community. So here we are. Finn, you met Nick. Nick had to go home, but thank you, Nick. Yes, we'll speak further about these matters in due course. So we will see. We're only at 14 minutes. We're only very well early into this conversation. But no, now it is time I spoke about a few of the topics that actually I need to talk about. So the first topic today I wish to speak about is Arthur Conan Doyle. As many of you know, I love Sherlock Holmes. I am fascinated by Sherlock Holmes and Arthur Conan Doyle. And now this stupid alleged historian, Lucy Worsley, who I don't particularly like, is banging on because she's a profiteer. She thinks that she's going to be very clever and make herself more money. And we all know what Lucy Worsley's up to. She latches on to any opportunity, does old Lucy. Now, Arthur Conan Doyle, according to her, hated his own creation, Sherlock Holmes.
Why?
This is the most stupid story I've ever come across. This is worse than the village idiot. But she claims that she wrote this in the Radio Times. Now, how many of you read the Radio Times once a week? I think it's worse than the Joker. This is a complete bag of bilge. She said he was a discontented man. He couldn't stand the fact that he approached. So this is what the BBC had to say. Conan Doyle struggled to find a publisher for his Sherlock stories after initially approaching the intellectual Cornhill magazine. Only after they and two others rejected Mr. Holmes was he finally accepted by a fourth, much trashier publication. This is how this horrible woman speaks of a great writer. I think this woman is a shameful disgrace. She said, they said the work was exactly what they were looking for, cheap fiction. This woman refers to Sherlock Holmes as cheap fiction. This is a very unpleasant thing that she comes out with. Holmes was lucrative for Conan Doyle, but the author decided to kill him off once he'd earned enough money, sending him over the edge of a Swiss waterfall in 1893. A decade later, though, Arthur was lured to resurrect him when an American publisher offered him the equivalent of $1.6 million, wrote to Worsley. Arthur must have hated himself, and he would have hated the fact that today, 93 years after his death, his historical novels lie unread, whilst his cheap but beloved detective lives forever on our screens. I think that Lucy Worsley is a dreadful, revolting trash bag who is insulting the memory of someone who has made so many of us so happy. She is a profiteer and a creep. She's a cretin and she's a bag of bilge who lives off the detritus and doom that she has created. My friend, who is the chairman of the Christopher Marlowe Society, and we don't like this woman. This woman is ridiculous. All she does is attack good people like this. She is making up nonsense, profiteering on doom, and this is unacceptable in 1984, and it is definitely unacceptable in 2023. I think that Lucy Worsley should be ashamed of herself. And Heidi Crimmins goes, very well said, Matthew. Montecute says, don't you think that Lucy Worsley looks like Ewan McGregor? She has shifty eyes, says Paulie. I am rather sick of Lucy Worsley. She's a bag of bilge, says Christina. Right. I'm the biggest. I can't say the rest of it. Says she can board the baby Stockholm and it should be scuttled. I think that this lady has gone a little bit too far. So, Lucy Worsley, shame on you. You are a shameful person. What do you think, Finn? A woman that insults the memory of Sherlock Holmes. Uh, Finn is deciding his opinion. He doesn't seem to be capable of making a comment.
Went to my school, but no, the writer went to my school.
Arthur Conan Doyle.
I have no problems against her. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have an opinion.
I don't have an opinion. I like the commentator just as much.
Oh, he likes the commentator. Well, my God. Right.
I'm sure Arthur Conan Doyle will be proud of you too.
All right. Well, Finn has just finished the wine, so that's the end of that.
No, there's loads left.
There isn't.
And Arthur Conan Doyle would approve of us drinking wine. It's probably how he wrote in the first place.
Anyway, Finn is in his own little world. Have I been to the?
How do you think people write books?
Finn, don't interrupt my conversation. Have I been to the Arthur Conan Doyle Centre in Edinburgh? I'm sure Nicole.
Oh God, no.
No, I haven't been there. No. All right. Right. No, Finn is not on the floor wearing a hat. No. Not on this occasion.
Do they want you to wear a hat?
No, that's what you did the other evening. So you don't.
I wasn't wearing a hat.
Well, you were actually. Do I like Mary Beard, the historian? I think Mary Beard adds a lot to the world. I think she's a very intelligent woman. I think Mary Beard is a fascinating person. I don't know her personally, never met her, so I can't talk about any personal experience, but she seems like an intelligent lady. I don't know. I don't know enough about Mary Beard to make a judgment. What do I think about David Starkey? I think David Starkey is a bigoted old git, and he's a creep, and I have met him, and he's a horrible, nasty piece of toe rag. He should be thrown on the Bibby Stockholm. Throw him out with the detritus. He's a piece of junk. I don't like David Starkey. No. He's a wicked, evil, nasty old man. Horrible, horrible, evil, vile, sick in the head. You want me to speak about how I feel about people? You get directness. But Mary Beard, I'm afraid I can't give a comment because I've never met the lady. I don't like Mary Berry. She's a nasty old bag as well. She's another one that should be thrown on the Bibby Stockholm. Don't like Mary Berry. Horrible, horrible, horrible woman. Vile. Nigella Lawson, you can throw her in as well. Who do I love? Well, I love lots of people. Let me think. A national treasure. Gosh, there are plenty of national treasures out there. I don't want to offend my closest national treasures by not mentioning the right one first. So I'm just thinking. Here you go. Who is the most lovely person I know? My goodness. Well, many of them are dead, you see. That's the problem. Right, I'm buying time. You can tell this. I am actually buying time. I'm just trying to think because I don't want to be not mention the right one first. Well, I would say the most pleasant person I've ever met who is still alive is Cher. Cher is a wonderful lady. I spent wonderful times with Cher, the singer. She is the most delightful lady I've ever met. And she said I was the most delightful Englishman she'd ever met. So it was very nice to meet the singer Cher. So there's the first example. Right. That was one example. Omar Sharif was a wonderful person I met, but he's now dead. So you see, I can't count him in the category of alive, but I enjoyed his company. And Bill Deeds, the journalist, he was a wonderful person. And Dennis Thatcher and Margaret Thatcher. And who else? Let me think. We're working through this. Here is Mario Garcia. No, Cilla Black was one of the most ghastly people I ever met. David Jason. No, I didn't meet him, so I don't know him. Claire Balding is a very nice lady, but I wouldn't call her a national treasure. I would definitely call John Cleese nothing in that order. Jim Bowen. Well, I enjoyed the company of Jim Bowen. He was a lovely man, but he wasn't somebody of huge merit. But thank you, Nicole. Jim Bowen was a lovely gentleman. Which famous prominent people are actually viewed as horrible, but are actually very nice in person? I don't know. It's normally the other way around, but have I got any interesting stories about Margaret and Dennis? I've spent lovely times with Margaret and Dennis, and I consumed whiskey and gin with them respectively. And yes, we had an incident on the day of the Countryside March, and we went on the Countryside March, which was back in 2002, maybe 3 or something. And we had lunch at the Carlton Club in St. James's, and yes, Dennis got rather confused and asked about how many degrees I'd got. That was a bit confusing. But yes, we had a lovely day out, but it was always wonderful to be in the company of such an amazingly talented lady and her wonderful husband. I had another incident where Dennis fell down the stairs at the Ritz Hotel, and I had to take him home on the London Underground, and that was quite an occasion because he wouldn't get into a taxi. He said he wanted to go on the Underground, so we went in a taxi to Chester, and then we got to Victoria, and then we walked to Chester Square. And yes, I took Dennis home to Chester Square, and that was the last time I ever saw Dennis. And what an amazing man he was. Dennis Thatcher was an amazing man because he stood by the most amazing woman in the world. And, this Keir Starmer trying to latch on to the memory of Margaret Thatcher, shame on him, because he's not even worthy to stand in her coattails. He's a piece of junk. Margaret Thatcher was one of the greatest leaders ever to lead this planet. Margaret was a heroine, and she was a delightful, and Finn is agreeing in the background. But Finn doesn't know how close I was to the lovely Thatchers. They were fantastic people. And Carol Thatcher has recently got married, and congratulations to Carol. No, Finn, be quiet. No. Congratulations to Carol, and it is a wonderful thing. Here is Nav. Oh, Nav is in the background. Hey, hi, Matthew. I hope you're well. Well, hi, Nav, but you never turn up to see me. So if you're going to bother, please turn up soon. Because, life is not going to go on forever. I'm not going to live forever. I'm getting old.
You might live forever.
Anyway, but we love Margaret Thatcher. Margaret was a dear friend to the family. We love Margaret very much. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady, in our view. And Keir Starmer should bog off with his nonsense. He is like the Prince Harry of politics. He is a drip. He is a disappointment. Rishi Sunak is a failure. And here we have an open goal for you, Rishi Sunak, and you kick away from it. You kick the other way. What are you, the village idiot? What are you? Were you born in the village barn? Are you the village moron? Are you the village twit? You are the weakest link. Keir Starmer is the most useless politician on the entire planet. This Starmer, all he cares about is the billionaires in California. He should bug off, but he doesn't. And Starmer is losing still. What is wrong with Starmer? And Finn says he's boring. Yes, but Finn doesn't need to keep interfering in my conversation because I'm the one speaking. But
you agree with me.
But there we go. Nav Singh says get rid of Sunak, but Nav is from the an Indian heritage, and Nav, your families all wanted these people to begin with, but there we go. Mario says, I met the Thatchers. What a lovely couple. Yes. Well, Mario, you know that I was very close to the Thatchers, and they were wonderful. Margaret was the most wonderful, wonderful lady and the most dignified lady on the planet. This was a lady who changed the world. She was the first woman to be prime minister. She was the first woman to change the waves of the world. This woman was not just a woman, she was a warrior. Margaret Thatcher was the best person ever in politics. And since Margaret Thatcher, what have we got? Ian Duncan Smith. What a joke. Theresa May. What a joke. Liz Truss. This is the kind of rubbish that has followed a wonderful woman. These people are not even fit to stand in the shoes of Margaret Thatcher. Liz Truss is a piece of crap. This is a junk woman who has betrayed our wonderful legacy of Margaret. Margaret Thatcher was a genius. And how dare this Keir Starmer talk about her? And then these stupid Labour people attack her. Margaret was the most spectacular, wonderful leader. I didn't leave the Conservative Party. The Conservative Party left me. I was a Conservative supporter of Margaret Thatcher, and I have to say there were good leaders that came after her. William Hague tried to be a good leader, but he didn't do a very good job. And, Michael Howard, who I love, Lord and Lady Howard, they're decent people, but no one can stand in the legacy of Margaret Thatcher and stand up to her quality, because she was the achiever. She produced the results. What did the rest of these people do? They produced zilch, zero, nout, nothing. They should be thrown in a sewage pit, the rest of them, because they are failures. They are the weakest link. It is appalling that Margaret Thatcher's wonderful legacy has been betrayed by these tacky, disgusting people like Ian Duncan Smith. What a piece of rubbish he was. And this Boris Johnson, filth, scum, liar, complete fraud. And he will be exposed at this inquiry. And it's all coming up. He is a piece of junk. He has no right to stand in the shadow of Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was a heroine to us true Conservatives. He wasn't a Conservative. He just used to turn up to our drinks parties with Ken Clark, another wonderful politician who I also adored. And he didn't even do anything. He's just a loser. He's a prat. All he did was stand over the dead bodies during the COVID.
He's marvellous.
Shame on him. Boris Johnson,
Marvellous.
be quiet, please.
I love King Clark.
No, we're talking about Boris Johnson.
Okay, you were talking about King Clark then.
Ken Clark was my friend. Yes, we loved him. Yes.
We love King Clark.
Yes, we don't love Boris
We hate
Johnson.
Boris Johnson.
Yes, so Finn is getting a bit confused. But anyway, so we'll move along and we'll change the topic. So there we go. Right, we've dealt with that particular topic. Mud Hut says, I love Finn.
Mud Hut, I love you.
Finn says, I love Mud Hut. I don't know.
You've got a cool name as well.
Nav Singh says, we need a Sikh leader. Well, we don't need a Sikh leader. We just need a leader.
Why do you think Sikhs are good?
No, because Nav wants a Sikh leader.
Is she a Sikh?
No, our friend Nav. You know Nav.
He's not a Sikh.
Yes, he's a Sikh.
Okay.
Well, we don't really need a Sikh leader, Nav.
Nav, I love Sikhs.
Right. And Mario says, don't mention Boris to June. Well, we need to throw Boris under the bus. I'm sorry.
He's thrown under the bus.
He has to go, and we don't like him. Sorry, Mario. Right. So we don't like Boris. Right. Heidi says, I love Finn, but I love Matthew better. Thank you to Heidi. Well, you're entitled to love me as much as you love me. Many people hate me, but there we go. What about the Duke of Westminster's wedding invitation, says Bambi. Sorry, Finn is moving the pipes yet again. I do apologize. Finn! No pipes. Bobby says, I missed John Major. Well, John Major is not of any consequence to me, and nor is his behavior and his stupid wife or the stupid Edwina Curry. But Finn does not know. Please close the door, Finn. And please don't go banging on the pipes. He's very naughty. No, Finn, we need to sit you down. Right. Nav says Finn is a very naughty boy today.
Nav, I've always been a naughty boy.
He says, Nav, he's always been a naughty boy. There we go. Finn, behave yourself. We don't need you. Elaine says, I adore you, Matthew, like a mug of hot chocolate with flakes and marshmallows, plus a squirt of fresh cream. Well, I don't like sweet things, so I'd rather you please send me a bottle of gin. It'd be more useful. I don't want any of those things, but thank you very kindly for your analogy. John Major has great glasses. I don't think so. No, I think John Major had half a brain and half a sexual appetite, and he ended up with the half-wit scumbag salmonella woman, Edwina Curry. That's very lowbrow. So no. Nav says it sounds very sexual. Is Finn your butler? Well, he may as.
I would love to be your butler.
He claims he would love to be my butler, but he's pouring the wine into his own glass first. Yeah. That is very selfish if he's my butler, isn't it? He's not doing a very good job of being my butler because he hasn't poured it to me. So that's a bit mean. No. That's the end of another bottle gone. I have to send him out to get more.
Well, I'm protecting you at the same time.
He claims he's protecting me. So this is proving to be
You're
rather a
agreeing
comedy
with me.
act of a chat tonight rather than talking about serious issues. I was going to talk about serious issues, but we seem to be talking about me. He forgot his glasses when he was with.
Inane issues can be quite
Please,
serious.
Finn, be quiet. We're talking about serious.
I'm becoming quite serious.
Paulie says that you're not a very good manservant.
I'm becoming a
lazy manservant.
accurate social competence.
What shall we do with the drunken butler? That sounds like a song, actually. Well done, Angela Byrne. What shall we do with the drunken butler? What shall we do with the drunken butler? There you go. That could be a good song, because it is actually. There we go. Early in the morning. Yes, I know exactly where you're going with that little song. Right. Linda Joe says, "Are you on the wine?" Yes, we are having a glass of wine. Elaine Benez says, "I only drink Tia Maria." Well, I feel very sorry for you. That's a terrible drink. That's like drinking poison. So please stop doing that and drink something else, because you will be very ill if you drink that all the time. Harriet says she will cancel her engagement to you if you don't behave.
I would love to be engaged to Harriet.
Finn says he would love to be engaged to you, Harriet. This is becoming ridiculous. Any thoughts on James Cleverly's speech today? Asks Bobby. Bobby, I'm afraid I haven't heard James Cleverly's speech, but I'm sure it was dreadful. Nav says we should do a night in the Magnet with the Steeples peoples.
Yes.
Well, Nav, you never show up yourself. Nav, you never show up yourself. You don't ever show up. So we can't have a night with you because you're not very reliable. So we can't rely on you to organize anything because you will never show up. I don't believe you will. He's looking for a wife, but they must be castle trained on a breeder. No, don't try and make fun of Sir Benjamin Slade, my friend. Sir Benjamin is only wanting a wife who is castle trained and a breeder, as he says. Pennine Counties wants the Steeples peeps on tour. Yes, well, I'm not surprised about that. Right, I know you want me to go on tour. I have been asked to speak on the Sean Atwood channel yet again, and I have declined for the last couple of days, but because it's not been possible. But he would like me to talk about such things on his channel, but I like to talk to my audience here. So here you are. You can ask me your questions. And Nav, behave yourself. You weren't born in the barn. You're not the village idiot. You're not the village fool. So stop trying to be the village joker. You used to drive me around and, hello. There's no need to behave like the village twit. And as for you, Mario, he'd like a live broadcast from the Magnet. It would be manic. No, I don't think it would be manic. It would just be a live broadcast, wouldn't it, Finn? I don't think it has to be manic. It could be just a live broadcast from the Magnet. We don't have to be manic or magnetic or maniacs. Maniac is probably more appealing, but anyway, we love you all very much. Anyway, here we are. So we've got the next one. Who's coming up with the next nonsense? Bad boy Nav needs a spanking, says Joe McIntyre. Oh dear. I think Nav might like the idea of the spanking. Mario would like to fight over the corner stool in the Magnet. Cult TV says invite Atwood on your show. Well, I may make a program with Sean Atwood tomorrow for his thing, but no, I don't do those things anymore. I very often I have my own audience. So here you are. I think you're all very wonderful and delightful. Chili Kareen asks, does the Magnets have live bands? Well, that's the general premise of the premises. So, yes, they do. Pennine counties would like to sleep on the floor. Oh, right. Okay. If you want to sleep on the floor, you can sleep on the floor. I don't know what floor you want to sleep on. Right. What are you reading? I'm not reading anything right now. I'm just currently talking to you, Linda Joe. Right. What do I think of the Duke of Westminster? Well, the old Duke of Westminster was a very dear friend of my father, a lovely gentleman, Gerald Westminster, Gerald Grosvenor, absolutely fantastic gentleman, a wonderful hero of the community, a man who didn't ever anticipate himself being a Duke of Westminster, but he was an absolutely wonderful person to know. And as a child, I knew of him quite well, and he was a delightful gentleman, and his children, absolutely lovely people. His wife, lovely, and he died unexpectedly, but he did a lot of good for the world. He gave a lot of good things to the world, and all these people being mean and malicious about him and his legacy and his children, they should bog off. Shame on them, because that family have done a lot of good for the world. They give a lot of money to the community, and we're talking billions, not millions. They are decent, wonderful people, and I think the Grosvenor family are an absolutely lovely family. So no, I don't take criticism, and you can make your jokes and say how horrible they are because they're rich. So what? They've done a lot of good and they've given a lot to the world. Okay, you don't expect to be born into wealth, and I can understand that people can't understand that they didn't even know that he didn't even know the previous Duke of Westminster had no idea he would ever be Duke of Westminster when he was born, because he was born in Northern Ireland, and several people died, and he ended up Duke of Westminster. Now, he would never have been poor, but he turned this into something that was a force for good. He did a lot of good for the troops in this country. He supported people. He was a kind-hearted, decent man. And the hatred that emanates from people who are saying these comments here and elsewhere, no, I don't agree with you. The Duke of Westminster does a lot of good for the world, and I entirely support the Duke of Westminster. So there you go. Right, next question. Move on. I don't want to talk any further about this. Is there a quiz? Yes. Well, do you want a quiz? Yes, you can have a quiz. Finn likes a quiz.
Another quiz.
And the ones of you who don't like the quiz, well, you can bog off as well. No, I last night I received messages from several of you who said that you hate our quiz. You think it's boring, it's irrelevant, it's tedious, and you'd rather I talk about something else. Well, what I say back to you is, if you don't like our channel, go to watch another channel. You are very welcome to go and watch a channel that you actually enjoy. Because my followers here enjoy this quiz. I think this quiz is a bit of fun. It is totally non-serious. It doesn't have any relevance. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. You can join in. And if you don't like it, log off. Take yourself somewhere else. Log off because you're not welcome here. We're not going to be cancelling our quiz. We will not be stopping this. We enjoy doing this because it makes other people happy. And I like making people happy. And I don't care about the miseries who want to be unhappy in the background. So you are the weakest link. Goodbye, whoever you are. But to the rest of you, let's join in. Let's have another quiz. So we're going to have another quiz, and the wonderful Harriet will be here to join in. Right, Nav says he's going out. Oh, well, thanks for joining in, Nav. Right, Harriet, can we have the quick Nav? I need the book. Right.
No.
No. Nav has said he's just going out. Right, no, I've got to choose a page on this book. Right, now I have to choose a page. All right, potluck. You seem to like potluck. Right. And another bottle gone. Right. Right, question number 1. Alexei Pajitnov. I don't know how you pronounce that name. Terrible name. Pajitnov created what very famous video game which has been released for more different platforms than any other? All right. I think we already have an answer, but I've just got to try and get the bloody page. No, we haven't got an answer there. I thought that would be the answer. All right. The winner is I'm the biggest whatever. I can't say your full name. I wish you would change your name. I have told you repeatedly because it is an offensive name. We can't have that said on our channel because it's too offensive. But I'm the biggest whatever is the winner with Tetris. So thank you to you. Right, question number 2. Zomergy is a branch of chemistry concerning which process? Zomergy. Harriet has got it. Harriet, well done, but this man needs to change his name. Otherwise, we have to tell him that he cannot keep using that name because it's the naughty name. I think you could change your name. I believe people can change their names on YouTube. So you could change your name. Please change your name because your name's offensive and it's very boring. We're getting rather bored of this, but Zomergy is a branch of chemistry concerning what process? Right. It is not osmosis, it's not Minecraft, it's not Hello to Finn.
Let's see.
I'm the biggest says I'll change it, but you haven't changed it yet, so I'm the biggest, change your name. Get on with it. Dear Matthew, you look absolutely handsome tonight. You are absolutely charming always. The quizzes are absolutely fabulous. Well, many people hate the quizzes, it seems. We have to learn more. It's not osmosis. It's not knitting needles. It's not food. The winner is Bobby with fermentation. Well done to Bobby. You win the point. Question number 3. Movies are certified fresh if they achieve above a 75% approval rating on which community film critic website? Montecute says having a quiz is un-British. Well, I don't care. I'm not entirely British myself. I'm someone who's lived all over the world. So if you don't like our quiz, you can bug off. You don't have to join in. There's no need. If you don't like it, ignore it. You don't have to join in with it. What's the problem? That's a stupid answer. Right. So the winner with Rotten Tomatoes is Montecute. No, it is not. Even though Montecute doesn't like the quiz, Montecute has won the point. So if you don't like quizzes, Montecute, you don't have to join in with it, but you choose to. So that's a little bit odd. Anyway, right, next question. Gasometer BV are a Dutch company known for their manufacture of what piece of safety equipment? It is not the seatbelt, it's not fire gear, but Paulie wins with speed cameras. Yes. Paulie is the winner. Right. Who worked as a baker and a dishwasher in London hotels before going on to become the first president of Vietnam? It's not an alarm, it's not a Rolls Royce, it's not a hard hat. It is Ho Chi Minh, and the first person to get it is Hey Tigers. Well done to Hey Tigers. Hey Tigers wins the point. Right. Question number 6. Which K-pop band's name could be worth 13 points in snooker? Bobby wins the point with Blackpink because that is the correct answer. Well done to Bobby. Bobby gets the point. And to all of you complaining about other previous questions, please stop whinging, please stop whining, because we're not interested. I read the questions in the order, the answers that come in the order they arrive. So please stop whining. Really, it's not very interesting. The winner is in the order it arrives on my screen. I don't care about how it arrives on your screen. Your screen is a load of rubbish. It's a load of Barry Bull. For God's sake, please stop whinging. Please stop whining. If you don't like our quiz, bog off. Thank you. Right. Question number 7. The Dyslexia Research Trust is aptly based in which English city? It is not Leeds, it's not London, it's not Bristol. It's not Oxford, it's not Cambridge. And Bobby is the winner with a Reading or Reading. Precisely, that's why it's apt. Precisely, so Bobby gets the point. The rest of you, well, no. Question number 10, your halfway house. Finn is now drinking out of the bottle. This is most unfortunate. Question number 10. The clothing company Blue Ribbon Sports was renamed in 1971 to what? It was not Umbro, it wasn't Nike, or Nike, Adidas. It wasn't Berghoff. It wasn't JD Sports. It wasn't French Connection, Fruits of the Loom, Puma, Reebok, Gola. No. Clearly, you're not capable of answering this question. You're all a bunch of weak links. You're all rather stupid. The answer was St. David. So you don't get a point for that, any of you. Right, next question. Mel Gibson played a pilot who had been cryogenically frozen for 53 years in which 1992 film? No. No. And some of you gave this as the answer for the previous question, so you don't even seem to realize that you could have used it twice if you seem to think. It was not Cilla Black's Back from the Dead. It wasn't Forever Young. It wasn't My Mind's Going Crazy. Right, so you don't know the answer to this question either. The answer was Nike. There we are. Question 11. Sorry, question. No. Oh, sorry. No, I have got this wrong. Sorry, I've got the wrong one. Question 11. The answer was Forever Young. So our winner is Paulie. Well done to Paulie with Forever Young. Paulie, you win the point. Question 12. When describing the power of a motor vehicle, what does BHP stand for? Bambi Debonair wins with British horsepower. Well done to Bambi Debonair. Question 13. Scriptoriums, cloisters, and daughters are areas commonly found in what sort of religious complex? Bobby wins with monastery. Well done to Bobby. Monastery is the answer. Right, question 14. What animal emblem is on the Welsh flag? Well, that's an easy question. It looks like a certain lady called Min. Bambi wins with dragon. Yes, there we go. Finn loves a dragon, don't you?
Don't mind the dragon.
Finn loves a dragon. Right, so Spitalfields, Portobello Road, and Camden are all two London-based locations of a what? Well, that's an easy answer. Linda Jo wins with a market. Well done, Linda Jo Market. Your answer is market. Right. Joel David Kaplan, Michael Vajor, Seamus Twomey, and Pascal Payette have all escaped prison by what means? Bobby wins with helicopters. And in Payette's case, he has done it 3 times via helicopter. So there we go. Right. Question 17. What are you doing?
I might be going.
You can't leave yet.
I can.
You can't. No,
Keep going.
the program, Finn is being naughty here. We can't have that. We can't have naughtiness.
Oh, we can.
No, we can't. 17. Ahmed Best provided the motion capture and voice of which controversial character in the Star Wars franchise? It is not Darth Vader. It's not Cilla Black. And it's not Yoda. Oh dear, it doesn't seem you're able to answer this question. It's not Chewbacca. The winner is formerly ITBC with Jar Jar Binks. You are the winner. Jar Jar Binks gets the point. Question 18. In which American city has the Mardi Gras celebration been held annually since 1827? Well, that's an easy question, but Montecute wins with New Orleans. Well done to Montecute. In the Northern Hemisphere, all racehorses have the birth date 1st of January. What date do all racehorses have in the Southern Hemisphere? What date? It's not September the 1st, it's not 2nd of January, it's not the 31st of December, it's not the 1st of April, it's not July. No. None of you get this right yet. No, none of you get this. Sharon Venom. Sharon Venom, I think your name is, 1st of August. Yes, so horses born in the Southern Hemisphere who are racehorses are all born on the 1st of August. Right, your penultimate question is your final question. What was Sarah, Duchess of York's maiden name? My lovely Sarah, Duchess of York, who I really don't have much respect for. What is her maiden name? Well, you're all very quick to answer this. The winner is Montecute with Ferguson. So there we go. So do we have a winner? Finn, sit down. Finn is jumping around like a jumping jackbox. Right. Bobby is the winner and Bambi is second. So congratulations to Bobby. And right. Finn is like the elf on the shelf. Finn, calm yourself. Right. So congratulations to all of you. We hope you enjoyed your evening of chitter-chatter and conversation, and Finn needs to pour Matthew a drink. Says one of them. Right, Bobby says, thank you, everyone. Well, thank you, Bobby. Thank you to you all. Thank you to Finn. That reminded Nick Stewart that he needed to buy an elf on the shelf for his daughter. So anyway, we love you, Nick Stewart. It's a great pleasure to have met you in the Magnet. You are a lovely local, but this is all a little bit bonkers, I must say. I don't know quite what this is. It's James here. Give me a blue spanner, please, says Mr. Nice. I don't know what a blue spanner is. I've no idea. Harriet is in charge of blue spanners, so please ask Mr. Nice. So is that David? I don't know. I've no idea. Right. Mr. Nice should be given a blue spanner, allegedly. So please, Harriet, give Mr. Nice a blue spanner. That would be a nice thing to do. I have no idea what you're saying, but who is Mr. Nice? I've no idea. Anyway, I shall keep out of all of this. I have no idea. Anyway, I wish you all a very happy evening and say good night. No, Harriet, I think you may be completely wrong on this one, but I don't know, but I've no idea. But please don't upset my friends. It's not a very nice thing to do. That's not necessary. But I don't know who this person is. Who are you, Mr. Nice? Prove who you are, Mr. Nice. Right, here we go. Mr. Nice, who are you? Tell me who your real name is, Mr. Nice. Right. Where are you, Mr. Nice? I'd like to know who he is. Well, where are you, Mr. Nice? Well, Mr. Nice doesn't seem to be coming back. I don't know what he is. You call him a wet rag. No. Hello, Mr. Nice. I realize you may have banned him, but I'd like to know who he is. Oh, well. Never mind. Hello, Mr. Nice. Are you there? Nice to see you. To see you, Nice. Do you think you are Bruce Forsyth? Okay. No, I'd like to speak to this person. Come on, Mr. Nice. Where are you? Clearly you. Bye-bye, Mr. Nice. Okay. So anyway, I shall say thank you very much to you all lovely people and wish you a very happy evening and have a wonderful night. Take care. Have a lovely evening. No, Harriet did not ban Mr. Nice. I don't know who this person is, but just ban the person. Thank you. If you could ban this idiot. He didn't come back, so pip pip, bye-bye, whoever you are. Send him off into the ether and have a lovely evening. And yes, he tuned out, so that's not nice. Precisely, he's not Mr. Nice, is he? So pip pip and goodbye. Take care and have a wonderful evening. And as the late great Giordano once said, don't have nightmares. Take care. Good night. Pip, pip.